Breakfast Show. Episode number, we stopped counting. Happy Memorial Day to you. If this is your first time ever tuning into a breakfast show, I invite you in the comments to drop new. I would wholeheartedly love to know where it is that you're tuning in from. So maybe like a little bit of a dash with like Florida, or if you're coming in from Michigan like I am, obviously I would put Michigan. If you happen to be returning, you're like, what's up, Michelle? I've been a part of a breakfast show before. Let's go, let's grow. In the comments, I would love for you to drop Happy Monday or Happy Memorial Day. And if you happen to catch this on the replay, I would love to know that you are catching it. Drop replay. And again, where are you coming in from? We've got Pennsylvania, we've got Philadelphia, we've got Alabama, we've got Michigan. Where else? Hello, smile. So this morning, Atlanta, Georgia, we are going to make no-bake cookies. It has been a huge crush, and I'm absolutely obsessed. And when you get that little bit of a sweet tooth, it's like, hey, let's have it. Hey, Melanie, but let's also have, okay, a little sweet little treat. So this specific recipe in a cookie will have over 30 grams of protein. You will burn over 30 calories just by consuming it. It will not spike your glucose levels, which means your cortisol levels will not go off. And on top of that, okay, it won't trick the brain that you need to feed it, and you won't be deficit in protein. A little bit about what we're going to cover on today's morning breakfast episode is how I dropped 30 pounds in 5 months after struggling for 11 months to drop even an inch. So I was that girl. I just went in to get a physical, got a clean bill of health, and it was a rock bottom moment for me. Something I'm doing isn't right, because obviously I wouldn't be the heaviest I'd ever been by trying to lose weight, and 11 months in, didn't even drop an inch, right? So instead of getting on metformin, which my doctor did recommend, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start getting Audible books. There was like a little seed that was planted a couple months prior that came up as like a, hey, suggested book. It was called The Obesity Fix. And then after that book, there was the next recommendation, The Obesity Code, and then this, and then that. And I'm like, before you know it, I'm not an expert, but I've listened to more Audible books. I went back and counted, and I stopped at 25. So 25 plus Audible books. So I'm going to share with you the 3 things I wasn't doing. If you know me, you know that I show up on social media and talk to 50 brand new people every day. And when we talk about the 3 things I'm going to share with you, most of them have no clue. And once they start implementing them, they get massive results. So I need you in the comments to get pumped up, to get fired up and jacked up, because I am about to share those 3 things with you, and I'm pretty sure it's going to blow your mind. Number 1, protein intake. Your protein should never, ever fall below 100 grams of protein. Listen, 100 grams of protein is only 400 calories. And if you think it's going to be a struggle, I want you to comment below guide for a guide that helped me in so many ways never fall below 125 grams of protein. We're going to break apart 100 grams, because when you think of 100, you think, whoa. So what we're going to do is we're going to be like, hey, how often do you eat? Just think about it. How often do you eat? So me, 3-4 times. Okay, so I'm going to reverse engineer. We'll take 100 and divide it by 3. I need 33 grams of protein. So all my meals, all my snacks, I'm reaching for 30 to 40 grams of protein. And I'm going to share with you a tip in just a second. If you want to be able to go to any food and look at the back of a label and be like, holy crap, this is high protein, drop a heart in the comments. Because the comments disappear for that protein guide, it is right here. Thebreakfastshow.net has there a free protein guide. FREE protein guide. You cannot miss it. Okay? Thebreakfastshow.net. Yes. Okay? So when you get something and you cover the last number, watch how simple this is. You cover the last number of any of the calories that you see. Okay? It's not about calories. I'm here to tell you that if you think losing weight is about calories, it's the number one reason why I had so much visceral fat around my stomach area and why I was actually putting weight on instead of losing it. It's about one word. I want you to put it in the comments. If you don't know what this word means, put it in the comments, macros. Okay? So when you cover the last number, do you see the 6 and the 0? You see 60, right? What's the last number in 60? It's a 0. So if you cover the last number, you should have that in grams of protein. Whatever you're left with when you cover the last number of calories, you should have that in grams of protein. And when you go down and see protein, it's always in big bold, always. So there's 12 grams of protein. This is an amazing bang for your buck. If it wasn't, all you would have to do is go to serving size, which is 1 container. You would cut the serving in half. I would have half the container. The foods that are high in protein, you can have the full serving. So let's try one more time. Say that this morning, you know that if you know me, I wake up within 1 hour of waking up, I always have 30 grams of protein. Always. I used to never wake up and be hungry. I wasn't hungry until like noon. But when that happens, glucose levels are spiking. Cortisol levels are spiking. It's affecting the hormones, okay? The hunger hormone, which is the GLP-1 hormone, what happens is you trick the brain that you need to feed it, even though you just fed it, but you're deficit in protein. And what it does is stores your next meals as fat. You'll always put on weight by looking at food. This was me. So now, if I have a bar that's 150 calories, say I cover the last number, 150. When I cover 150, can you tell me what I'm left with? When I cover the last number. Julia, what am I left with when I cover the last number of 150? Can you tell me that? 15. So when I go to protein, there should be 15 grams. There's 28. If there wasn't 15 grams or more, we would cut the serving size in half. The David bar is the best protein bar that you can get your hands on. There's 0 sugar. You burn 30 calories just by consuming it. 28 grams of protein, 150 calories in the cinnamon roll and chocolate brownie batter and cake batter and cookie dough and blueberry muffin are super delicious. Okay, if you've never heard of David, it's because you can only find him online. Dr. Hubbard did put him as the cleanest bar, that's most delicious bar on his podcast, and I take it out of the wrapper every morning, put it in the microwave for 3 seconds, and I do consume it within 1 hour of waking up. For the link, just drop link in the comments. I would hate for you to spend all day trying to find it, and you can only find it in stores. Okay, so we just learned about protein. So today when you're eating, you can just cover the last number of the calories. When you go to protein, does it have it? Nope, then you should cut that portion in half. Okay, so macronutrients is a certain percentage of your food from protein, fats, and carbs. The only way you're ever going to understand this is when you buy like a meal plan from someone. It's not teaching you anything. A meal plan from a nutritionist, a meal plan from a trainer is teaching you absolutely nothing. Because what happens when you get off of it? When you get off of it, you're going to slowly put all that weight back on. See, a body that's out of balance will never lose weight. And if you're not getting the proper macros, which is always between percentages, it's never perfect, the body's out of balance. For that, David bar, because the comments disappear, thebreakfastshow.net has it under David. You'll see the gold wrapper and you will see David. Every time you use that link, you do get free shipping. And if you didn't get the free protein guide that I mentioned to help you get 30 to 35 grams of protein per meal per snack, that free protein guide is right here for you as well. Okay? So, percentage you're supposed to get is 30% or greater from protein. You eat different every day unless you're on a meal plan. So your calories are always different. Okay? Did 30% or more of the calories come from protein? Did your fats and carbs calories, anywhere between 0 and 40% come from fats, anywhere from 0 to 40% come from protein? Or no, carbs and fats. Your carbs and fats can go from 0 to 40%. Protein has to be 30% or greater. My body was so out of balance, it wasn't even funny. So what I did, and if you know me, I'm like the girl behind the scenes that fails forward and I will not give up. I mastered the formula of macronutrients in this app, where all you have to do is go into an app for 7 days. I need you to commit for 7 days. I don't want you giving up foods. I don't want you giving up desserts. I don't want you giving up alcohol. I will not give you a meal plan. I want to reverse engineer what it is that you've been doing, and I want to teach you. And you will unleash and master this in 5 days, but you have 7 days with me behind the scenes. This is not like any course you've ever done before. You personally have my phone number, and you can message me for 7 days in a row, and all you're asked to do is put your food in an app, and at the end of the day, I voice note you. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, I'm not interested. I'm going to continue throwing spaghetti at the wall and praying it sticks. And 10 being, show me the way. I want to unleash macronutrients. I'm going to stop with the meal plan. I'm going to stop giving up foods, desserts, alcohol. I'm ready to unleash and drop 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds. I had a 70-year-old message me this morning. She's down 72 pounds. If you are a 10, you will drop power play in the comments. And I'm telling you, by next Sunday, you will know exactly how to get your body in balance while still having foods, drinks, also desserts, and never following a meal plan. If you allow me to, I will change your life. And I want you to think of all the reasons why you came across this morning's breakfast show. Not all the reasons why not. Not, oh my gosh, there's so much noise out there on social media about weight loss. No one is teaching it this way. Okay? For your power play, you will go to thebreakfastshow.net. You will see power play. Just so you know, you will see a countdown for a date. That is every year, 6 times a year, I have a live virtual event where I take the books that I'm listening to on Audible and jam pack it in 5 live day sessions. You automatically, by being a student in Power Play, get to be a part of that live event, and the doors haven't even opened yet. Guaranteed. And if you can't be on live, you have lifetime access to everything that happens in there, including my book that you will have as well. You'll also see 10-minute workout. You have me at Kroger and Costco. You have a grocery list, and you have me for 7 days in your back pocket to text me. Once you get your Power Play ticket, you will then have an email to text message my personal phone number. There is a replay, correct? Okay? It'll say, I am ready, and you will text me. You will know today your BMR, your basic metabolic rate. You will know today, based on your age, your height, your weight, your activity level, and the fact that you're a male or a female, in an app, where you fall percentage-wise by the end of the day. I'm telling you right now, my 54-year-old husband, who's down 25 pounds, who's maintained it, the second his macros get out of whack, the balance is out of whack, it cannot lose weight and it stores as visceral fat. But no one will teach it to you. So drop Power Play if you haven't, to unleash and learn macros and master within 7 days behind the scenes. Make no-bake cookies. The thing we have to know is every meal, every snack has to be 20 to 30 grams of protein. End of discussion. Okay? Has to be. So in here we have Orgain protein powder. I use the Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup. I'm absolutely obsessed. Okay? Something that's really unique about my protein powder is that there is less than 4 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of sugar. It is non-GMO. It is organic. It has no dairy ingredients and no soy, and it is the famous Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup. They have 35 plus flavors, but you can only find these flavors online. The rest of them, like Costco, Kroger, they only have chocolate and vanilla. You might get sick of chocolate or vanilla. I highly recommend changing the flavor up every month. And if you're wondering, you are better off supplementing with protein and shakes than you are being deficit in protein. For your Power Play, my one, you're going to go to thebreakfastshow.net. You will see Protein Power Play. Once you get your ticket, you're behind the scenes. You get the next 7 days with me. You can start today, but tomorrow will be officially day 1 for you. So really you're getting 8 days with me. Your app will be set up. You'll know your BMR today. It'll be based on your age, height, weight, activity level, and the fact that you're a male or a female. It's right here at thebreakfastshow.net under Power Play. Okay? If you want 25% off today for Memorial Day for the Orgain protein powder, drop a link in the comments. I got an email this morning. I went there. I bought 10 tubes of it. It is 25% off. Okay? Yes, Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup. I'm going to add some water to this. I want it in a texture of like no-bake cookies. If you wanted to add almond milk, you can. Okay? If you want to add, it doesn't matter what you add. You can add coffee creamer. All that matters at the end of the day is that 30% or more of the calories that you put into your mouth for that day came from protein. I want you to restate that in the comment section. At the end of the day, 30% or more of the calories that you put into your mouth came from protein, okay? For that link for Orgain protein powder, the comments do disappear. It's right here at thebreakfastshow.net under Orgain. There's a code there you need to use. Every time you use that code, you get an additional 15% off. Every time. The recipe for today is right here, thebreakfastshow.net under free protein guide. My recipe book has officially launched. Okay, there were some problems with the site because over 100 people who were waiting for it have claimed it in one day. And it has 40 plus recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and desserts. And every recipe was created by me. And every recipe has a minimum of 20 grams of protein. So if you didn't get that recipe book, make sure you drop book in the comments. We have 3 tablespoons of liquid egg whites. So how many eggs is 3 tablespoons if I take the yolk out of a large egg? Okay, with eggs, there's 5 grams of fat in 1 egg. There's 6 grams of protein, okay? 6 grams of protein. But there is 9 calories per gram of fat. There is 4 calories per gram of protein. 4 calories per gram of carb. So what's going to happen if you're sitting here, if you're sitting here eating 2 eggs for breakfast? Well, I'll tell you right now, you're not getting 20 grams of protein minimum. You're only getting 12 grams. The calories from the egg yolk has now trumped the calories that were in the protein. So cortisol levels and glucose levels spike. That's why I'm telling you that if you're confused and you're like, holy crap, I didn't know this. If you just do the power play with me starting today, for the next 8 days behind the scenes, putting your food into an app, never giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol, I'm telling you right now, 190%, that you will unleash macros, and for the first time in a long time, you will lose massive amounts of weight. But you have to drop power play if you haven't already, okay? Inside of this, we can cut up anything we want. We can cut up a David bar and we can add chunks. That's what I'm gonna do. We can add chocolate chips. We can add oats and make it a no oat bar. This specific David bar, if you didn't catch in the beginning, it is 28 grams of protein for 150 calories. Okay, absolutely incredible. The cleanest bar, no sugar, but you only find it online. If you didn't get your David bar or you've never found it online, just drop David in the comments. We're gonna shed some of this in here. This is gonna go in the freezer. It's gonna be a no-bake bar, okay? And then also, I need you to realize, so with eggs, there's 4 grams of protein in the egg white. So I never have more than 1 yolk in a day. Okay? Why? If you're like me and you're snacking on like peanut butter and almonds and cashews and trail mix, avocados, olive oil, cheese, guess what? You're never going to get 20 to 30 grams of protein unless you're eating 800 calories worth. So you can still have those foods, but when you cover the last number of the calories that you're eating in the food, look at the label. Okay, Michelle, it's got 200 calories. Cover the last number. Okay, you're left with 20. Okay, is there 20 grams of protein? No. Cut the serving in half and find a food that does have a good bang for your buck. That's all you got to start doing. That's it. Okay, that's it. So we're going to put this inside of this. We're going to stir it up. Save this one for later. The David bar is right here. Thebreakfastshow.net. You will see David bar. Justine's My One, thebreakfastshow.net. It's under the Orgain. Today's the last day you get 25% off. The free protein guide with the recipe is right here. Thebreakfastshow.net. Oh, you're looking for my recipe book? It's called Power Plate. Power Plate. Like you're eating on a plate? Yeah, Power Plate. Okay? Capiche? We confused, we lost, we good. So I want you to know that the first ingredient listed on anything that you put into your mouth, you're gonna faint when you hear this. The first ingredient listed on anything that you put in your mouth is what you find the most of. The last ingredient is what you find the least of. My number 1 ingredient in my frickin' peanut butter was sugar. Sugar! The last ingredient was frickin' peanuts. It should have been called a sugar butter. Can you even believe that? Literally, okay? So check your label. If it's peanuts, it should say peanuts. If it's cashews, it should say cashews. This is an Octonut creamy cashew butter. A tablespoon needs to be leveled off. Okay? Food is energy. If you put too much olive oil into your body and it's so heart healthy, and avocados and nuts in the car and it's so healthy and it's calorie free, the heart disease prevention is actually caused now. Too much of a good thing, whether it's an olive oil, cashew butter, peanut butter, cheese, I don't care what it is, it's just literally storing as fat. Okay? So, for the link to the cashew butter, if you want it, drop a link. It's from Amazon. You get 1 tablespoon. Okay? So if you're learning something new, drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you learn something new. Like, holy crap. I didn't know the first ingredient listed on the back of an ingredient list is what you find the most of. I didn't know the last ingredient is what you find the least of. Never knew that in my entire freaking life. Alexa, what are 8 positive benefits of cinnamon on your health?
Here's something I found.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, what are 8 positive benefits of cinnamon on your health?
Here's something I found on the web. Some health benefits commonly associated with cinnamon may include providing antioxidants, reducing inflammation, preventing heart disease, lowering blood sugar levels, preventing diabetes, preventing cancer, preventing bacterial and fungal infection, improving insulin sensitivity.
If you just learned something new about cinnamon, drop a 1 in the comments. But listen, it's not regular cinnamon. It's Ceylon cinnamon. Did you know regular cinnamon actually has, a way of elevating your kidney levels? Ceylon cinnamon doesn't do that, okay? So the one that I get is from Costco, okay? Amazon. Costco has the huge jar of it. Ceylon cinnamon, but it would just be wasted. I wouldn't use it within a year and it'd go bad. Amazon just ships it the next day by 5 a.m. Drop a link in the comments. I get the, what do I get? Right here. The Simple Organic Ceylon Cinnamon. We're making no-bake cookies. No-bake chocolate chip brownie protein cookies. Okay? So, I put it on the paper. That's all I do. And now, I put it in the freezer. It's gonna bake. Okay? So for that link for the Ceylon Cinnamon, it's right here. Thebreakfastshow.net. It is on, it is on under Amazon Finds. You'll see the Octonut Creamy Cashew Nut Butter we used. And you'll also see the Ceylon Cinnamon, which is the organic, Simply Organic. Okay? 2 pinches every day. If you want to put a pinch in your coffee, it's a really good way to naturally sweeten the coffee. I love it. And then also that's what you need to find. Okay? I need to plug you in. You are starting to die. So, any questions so far in regards to water? Instagram, there's this term called liposuction, where people suck fat out of their body. Drop a 1 if you can hear me on Instagram. Drop a 1 if you can hear me on Instagram. So liposuction is when people suck fat out of their body, and the term was actually created by our body holistically burning fat, which is called lipolysis. And in order to go through lipolysis, guess what? We have to have half of our weight in ounces of water every single day. And that's not happening. So our bodies are not going through lipolysis. 77% of people today are walking around chronically dehydrated. Okay? It's water. It's not soda. It's not Mio. It's straight H2O, which is water. Okay? So half of your weight, if you think that's going to be a struggle, or you don't know what half of your weight is, drop your weight in the comment section. Here are some tips that will help you. I want you to envision waking up next to a sticky note. And the sticky note is going to say, water is how you burn fat. And even if you roll over and you're like, I don't want to drink water today, you're either going to drink it or you're going to say, hey, I'm not prioritizing my body to burn fat. Okay? My metabolism is now changing for more than 0.02%, and I'm not making it a priority. Every 90 minutes, if you can drink 15 seconds worth of water, you will hit your goal. Envision it. Did you just set a timer? Did you just drink 15 seconds worth of water? Do you have a 30-ounce water near you? Did you write it down to remind you whatever it is you look at when you wake up? Because it will blow your mind. Your energy will go through the roof. So all you have to do is go to Alexa and be like, hey, Alexa, what's half of 150? 150 pounds, what's half of it?
According to an
75.
Alexa Answers
Okay?
contributor,
So it'd be 75
half
ounces.
150 is 75.
Okay, so that's for the water. The third is the mindset component. Okay, like you sit around and you're like, oh, I'm a binge addict. Oh, I'm addicted to sugar. What you say, what you think is what you bring more of. Michelle, I know that what you're saying. I do eat raw eggs. I know. I put them in my protein shake too. Okay, so if you don't want to use the eggs, you don't have to. So listen to this. What you say, what you think is what you bring more of. I want you to be real and raw. Are you walking around saying that you struggle with something? Are you walking around saying that you're addicted to sugar or that you snack after hours? What are you saying to yourself? I've come to realize through all the books that I've listened to on Audible that your mind doesn't care what you plant. You want to plant positivity? Let's freaking go. You want to plant negativity? Let's go. Just like when the farmer goes to his land every morning, the land doesn't care if he wants to plant nightshade. Here's your poison. If he wants to plant huge corn, here's your corn. Your mind is even more powerful. And by you having a paradigm past something that you thought about, okay, what you think about, you bring about. So you want to know a book that helped me change my life? You want to know a book where every morning I wake up and I do my I am statements on a good day, bad day, busy day, ugly day? The book is called Change Your Paradigm. Change your life. Rewrite your story. Because your story written 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago isn't the real you. There was once a time in your life when you were a little girl or a little boy, you didn't care what anyone thought of you. You never looked at yourself and said that you were addicted to sugar. Something happened and you have rewritten a story, and it's time for you to change your paradigm. So are you going to go get the Audible book called Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor? Are you going to put sticky notes in your car or by your makeup or by your hair dryer so that every time you're doing laundry, you don't have the excuse of, I don't have time to listen to a book? Because I'm telling you, 97% of your weight loss is your mindset, and you are capable of doing very hard things. Okay? So we already know there is a little bit of an update I said I'd promise you with. I need you to know about your gut. Insoluble and soluble fiber is the number one reason why we live in a world where we have a lot of inflammation, bloating, foul smelling gas, and weird noises going on in our tummy area. Drop a 1 if you have any of those. It's a sign that you're deficit in insoluble and soluble fiber. And I don't care what anyone tells you, they're lying. You cannot supplement with like a supplement. You can't supplement with a powder. You have to know that you need insoluble and soluble fiber through fruits and veggies. And this is something that was a hard pill for me to swallow. This is something that I gave up because I thought that when I looked at carbs, I put weight on. So I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. You're supposed to get 6 cups a day total. So today until next Monday, I want you to focus on 1 cup. 6 weeks of upping it one time, it doesn't matter if it takes 6 weeks. You have a whole lifetime ahead of you. Did you know you're never supposed to have more than 3 cups of fruit? Did you know your fruit should be berries because they're the highest in fiber, highest in antioxidants, lowest on the glycemic index chart? Blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, cherries. If you want to do 6 cups of veggies, we live in a world where you can. Insoluble fiber is insoluble fiber and soluble fiber coming from fruits and veggies. If you want to do 5 cups of veggies and 1 serving of fruit, just 6 cups total. I am telling you, the inflammation, the bloating, the irregular bowel movements, and the foul smelling gas will literally be gone. It'll like dissipate in the air. I'm not even kidding you. So here's the deal with insoluble and soluble fiber. In your gut, you have peptides, which are amino chains. And we're so lucky that we have technology, and we're so lucky that we have science, because I know that a lot of times, if you're a little bit on the older side, you didn't have the science, the technology that you have now. We have a lot of tools. We have a lot of resources. We're expanding the lifespan. We're noticing in the gut that our peptides are kind of starting to deteriorate, kind of like the tire, right? If you've got a tire on your car, 6 cups a day total. If you've got a tire that wears and tears, you got to go get an oil change. Our body's the same. So what's coming is a peptide that comes in a specific formula that's been behind the scenes for nearly a year. Okay, you got to think of chemists. You got to think of science. You got to think of clean. That's coming in, that's going to not only expand your life, provide more longevity, increase the aging process, mimic your body going into a workout, massive amounts of weight loss and improvement to muscle tone in one peptide that is coming within the next 4 to 6 weeks. And there's a lot of hype around this. You're talking a pharmaceutical grade. You're talking FDA approved. If you are not on my VIP list and you are ready to take into control the peptides in your belly and mimic them, I want you to drop in the comments VIP if you haven't already. But more importantly, right now, let me teach you how to build your own VIP list without recruiting anyone but earning 40% commission, without spamming friends and family members. When this thing goes to launch, you can make a check with a comma. I travel the world and teach curiosity and attraction marketing. I do trainings every week for different companies on building your own brand and never being a spammy whammy butthole or mentioning a company name. You can partner with me today for free, and it won't interfere with what it is that you're already doing professionally. But you've got to drop VIP with a money sign next to it. Do you want to know what else is coming? Hydrogen water. If you know Gary Brecka, you can have hydrogen in your body for up to 8 hours every day. Your blood just went from like smoothly going through your body to like bubbling and bursting through your body. If you want to know how I have the energy, how I have the clarity, I'm telling you right now, you will never go to an energy drink ever again, and you will give your body one hydrogen cocktail every day. That's also launching. Snow collagen, a chicken cartilage with type 2 collagen. Did you know your body has type 1 and 3? Type 2 activates 1 and 3 to have more of it. And type 2 is the hydrochloric acid to help with the connective tissues, the bones, the joints, the muscles, the wrinkles. At 20, you stopped producing collagen. Each year after 20, you lose 1%. You're 50, you've lost 30%. Let's get it back in your body through snow collagen. Where like when the snow goes to the ground, it just dissipates inside the soil. That's what it's going to do in your body. I'm almost 40. You have to drop VIP to be on the VIP list for the products. And if you're like, help me build a VIP launch list, I want to make massive amounts of money online without interfering with what I'm doing already professionally. Show me and teach me the way. I'm positive and coachable. You'll drop VIP with a money sign next to it. And you will partner and enroll with me for FREE. Okay? So here's the deal, whatever you put in the comments, if you want to be on the launch list for the products, thebreakfastshow.net, just get my protein guide, okay? So the free protein guide, first name, last name, email, you're on the list. You will know when it launches, okay? If you put the VIP with the money sign at the top of thebreakfastshow.net, the most important thing you will see is New Wave. You will put your first name, last name, and email, and then you will Instagram or Facebook message me saying, I enrolled with you, help me build my VIP list. I enrolled with you, help me build my VIP list on either Instagram Messenger or Facebook Messenger. It's called New Wave. That's the brand. It's a new wave coming in globally. It will leave a legacy in the space and world of social retail. And timing is everything. I want you to think of all the reasons why you came across this morning's breakfast episode. I can guarantee you something that crossed your mind from the time you got out of bed until you got on here, like something like, I wish groceries weren't so expensive, or I wish I could get Instacart, or I wish I could have Ubered home last night. All of those things can be possible. You have a solution right in front of you, and you most likely don't know what to do with it, and that's why I'm going to show you the way. And I'm really good and passionate about it. You will never be alone, and you're learning from the best of the best. But you have to drop VIP with a money sign next to it to enroll and partner with me for free. Nueva is the brand, and Nueva is coming in hot and coming in spicy. And it's gonna launch here in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And I am so freaking excited. So in the comments, if you didn't get the David bar, which is 28 grams of protein for less than 150 calories, no sugar, he's online only, drop David. The Orgain Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup protein powder that I use. No dairy ingredients, no soy, gluten-free, non-GMO, organic, less than 8 ingredients, 25% off today for Memorial Day, drop protein. Okay. Number 3, the free recipe guide, protein guide. That's going to help you get a minimum of 125 grams of protein. Drop free in the comments if you didn't already. And then the 4th thing, to enroll with Nueva and partner with me and build a massive bank account in pre-launch. Drop VIP with a money sign. Okay. Those are all the things we want to make sure that we do in the comments. So right here, everything is here, thebreakfastshow.net. You will see the David bar, the Orgain protein powder. For the VIP money sign, Laura, the first thing that comes up says Nueva. You'll put your first name, last name, email, but then you have to message me either Instagram or Facebook. I can't send links on TikTok, so Instagram or Facebook saying, I enrolled with you, help me build my VIP list. I partnered with you, help me build my VIP list, okay? For the free protein guide, thebreakfastshow.net, underneath free, F-R-E-E, protein guide, you cannot miss it. If you're looking for my recipe book that has officially launched with 40 plus recipes, bye honey, I love you, with 20 plus grams of protein minimum in every recipe, drop recipe in the comments. It is officially launched. Any questions? Give me a kiss, honey. Any questions at all? Make your decision, honey. I love you. Any questions at all? Now is the time for you to ask. It's called Power Plate, Laura. Power Plate, thebreakfastshow.net under Power Plate. My 5-day reset, yeah, it's sold out. It started today, my 5-day reset. But there's spots for next Monday. Yeah, there's spots for next Monday. Thebreakfastshow.net has it under David. No, I can't take one more person on. It's sold out. But Monday there's spots. They're released today, and it'll probably sell out Wednesday. If you have not been getting half of your weight in ounces of water on average, if you have not been getting on average 30% or more of your calories from protein, I'm not sure exactly my one. And if you haven't been getting an average of 7,500 steps, you want to do a reset. Your metabolism is just like a flower. If you haven't been watering the flower, you need to fertilize and water it to get it back to life. The same is true to your metabolism. So in 5 days, it's guaranteed. It's like a science project. It resets and flips the gut and the metabolism in a cycle in 5 days, guaranteeing you a minimum of 5 pounds of weight loss. We start next Monday. You'll be given everything. I'll be your accountability partner. There's no counting calories at all. The energy that you will have will be fire, and you'll lose a minimum of 5 pounds. It's not water weight. You'll be drinking more water than you have the last 365 days. Okay? Yeah, that's my reset. For that, you just go again right here, thebreakfastshow.net. You'll see reset guide, but you have to make sure you Instagram or Facebook message me saying reset VIP. Yeah, reset VIP. Correct. Any other questions? What about your strength training workouts? You can get the package for 4 workouts a week for 6 weeks, brand new workouts every week, customized to you and your skill set, a call every single week for 30 minutes. And you get to text message me every day your macros graph and your calories graph for 6 weeks, having me as your accountability partner via text message. That's my 6 weeks best me. That's for someone who's like, I am ready to frickin' transform. Because if you're not getting the proper amount of upper body, lower body cardio core, you're basically throwing spaghetti at a wall. You do not want a bunch of cardio and HIIT training. Okay? Yeah, that's 6 weeks best me. Just drop 6 in the comments. Any questions? All right, I'm gonna hop off. I'll be back tomorrow morning for the breakfast show. Make sure you hit the follow button. Tomorrow will be around 8:15 a.m. Eastern, 8:15 a.m. It will be on tomorrow. Hit that follow button. And any questions, feel free to hop in my inbox. If you want a consultation, whatever you need, I am here for you. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I will say I'd rather you be overwhelmed than underwhelmed any day. But let's go. Happy Memorial Day. Get out there. Turn your timer on for your water every 90 minutes. Drink 15 seconds worth of water. Get half of your weight in ounces of water today. And focus on 20 to 30 grams of protein with every meal and every snack. And tell yourself on repeat, I am so happy and I am so grateful now that I am eating 30 grams of protein with every meal and every snack before you actually are even doing it consistently. It will change your life. Happy Monday. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.